It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, today is a Monday. We are starting a new week on the channel, and I've got a big one for y'all today. Of course, the musical world is still mourning following the death of Ozzy Osbourne last week. We spent some time paying tribute to Ozzy last Wednesday, and we listened to his classic solo song, Mama, I'm Coming Home. I invite you to take a look at that and kind of cathartically pay tribute to Ozzy with us. That video is from last week. And I had something else planned for today, my friends. But over the weekend, I was sent a note that told me that today, July 28th, 2025, is the 50th anniversary to the day of the release of Sabotage by Black Sabbath, their sixth album. So I looked through the track list for this album, and I discovered that I don't recognize any of these songs. So guess what we're doing? We're listening to Sabotage today. Y'all, we're going to be listening to all of side 1. On today's episode, we will be hearing all of side 2 on next Monday's video a week from today. So let's get into it, y'all. In early 1975, Black Sabbath went into the studio in England to record this album. And at that time, they were actively being sued by their former management. And they felt like they were being sabotaged, right? And as they said, getting punched from all sides. And this is what led them to call the album Sabotage. And it led to what drummer Bill Ward described as an angrier and even heavier sound than we are accustomed to hearing. And Geezer Butler said that around the time of Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, which was their previous album, they found that they were being ripped off by their management and their record company, and legal battles ensued. So with all of these distractions, y'all, and with lawyers being present in and around the studio as they were recording, somehow the album ended up becoming what many considered to be one of the band's strongest album offerings. And here I am not knowing any of the songs. So that's going to end today, friends, and it's going to end right now. We've got Ozzy Osbourne on lead vocals. Tony Iommi is on guitars and keyboards. Geezer Butler is on the bass and some mellotron. And Bill Ward is on drums and percussion. As we start, I'm going to do something a little bit different today, y'all. I read that there's some quick transitions between tracks, especially on this side of the album. So I'm going to be listening to side 1 without any breaks in between the tracks. I do this occasionally when I do full album listens over on Patreon, especially when I know that 2 tracks are kind of melding into one, and I can kind of experience it as someone would have experienced it 50 years ago. In this case, putting the album on the turntable and just, dropping the needle and enjoying it. So that's what we're going to do. So side 1 starts with a song called Hole in the Sky, and I am waiting no longer, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is Sabotage from Black Sabbath, and we start out with Hole in the Sky. Here we go. Okay. Interesting way to start. The Compound 4, Babida. He always has the best riffs, doesn't he? Tony's just incredible. And check out the bass, too. Okay. I'm getting closer verses. Yadam. A little bit of an alternate version of the same riff. It's based on F sharp. Verse 2. Alright. Word of the 4. Wow. Gateway to heaven. Cool. So he wants to fly through the hole in the sky. 4, 3, 1. So it goes and then
I've seen the stars that disappear in the sun, but shooting's easy if you've got the right gun. And even though I'm sitting waiting for Mars, I don't believe there's any future in cars.
I love that change up for the chorus.
Gateway to heaven, window inside, ruins of life.
That's rated dough. And it sounds different. So maybe they're infringing. Now, because the difference was the major or the regular 2. Shut up. Guitar solo. Major for a second?
I watched the dogs of
Interesting.
war enjoying their feast.
Hey.
I've seen the Western world go down in the east. The food of love
Became the greed of our time, and now we're living on the profits of crime. Same, Ozzy, 50 years later. There's that second riff. Cool. That's a rockin' riff, y'all. What? That's the segue I was told about. That's jarring. The second song is called Don't Start, Too Late. That sounds like 4. Okay, and it goes right into song 3. I need to stop it there. So let's talk about the first few things that we have heard. That second song, very short and instrumental, called "Don't Start Too Late." That acoustic playing from Tony was brilliant, wasn't it? Just lovely. They named the song, from what I read, "Don't Start" for their tape operator, who worked in the recording studio with them, and he was always telling them, "Don't start," because he wasn't ready for them to start playing. And they were like, "Let's get going. Let's get going." And he's like, "Wait a minute." Fun. And the first song, let's go back to Hole in the Sky. I'm not too sure, actually, what the true meanings of the lyrics actually even are. The specific context is not clear to me. The chorus says, "Hole in the sky, gateway to heaven, window in time, through it I'll fly." In verse 1, I'm looking through a hole in the sky. I'm seeing nowhere through the eyes of a lie. I'm getting closer to the end of the line. I'm living easy where the sun don't shine. Verse 4, I've watched the dogs of war enjoying their feast. I've seen the Western world go down in the East. The food of love became the greed of our time, and now we're living on the profits of crime. I'm not sure, y'all, but the underlying emotion that I think that there's putting forth here is one of wanting to break free. And I think the metaphorical hole in the sky, or maybe they were talking about the actual hole in the ozone layer that was becoming evident in the mid-70s, right? I don't know. But I think that the hole in the sky as a metaphor is the goal, whether it's to get to heaven or whether it's just to get through to a better situation, to get through and solve the problem and move on. Maybe that could be what they're talking about. Either way, a really, really awesome way to start the album. And it went right into the third song, which is called Symptom of the Universe. I'll back it up a little bit and we'll get the beginning of that one again. In this one, in Symptom of the Universe, the lyrics here are about a dream that Geezer Butler had. And I read that musically, it's one of the good examples of proto-thrash metal. It's not a thrash metal song, but it's one of these that, according to what I read, provides some influence to the coming thrash metal movement and some of the bands that would be coming into prominence in the coming years. So let me back this up a little bit, y'all, and see if we can catch a little bit of the end of Don't Start, and then we'll catch the beginning of Symptom of the Universe. So let me go back to here. Here we go. I wish this was longer. Really lovely. Okay. And that's a tritone. They're not being they're being quite overt about that. Woo!
Take me through the centuries to supersonic years.
Here comes Ozzy just wailing with his vocals. And I'm always impressed with Ozzy's enunciation. It's like he sings with more enunciation than he talked. That sounds like Lay Soul. Except it was sharp 4 to regular 4 back to E. Seventh Advent Unicorn. Something new. It's great, y'all. It's almost proggy in its construction. More complicated songs in their construction. Then back to the main riff.
Take my hand, my child of love, come step inside my tears. Swim the magic ocean I've been crying all these years. With our love we'll ride away into eternal skies. A symptom of the universe and love that
Never dies.
dies.
Is it a love song? Cool. The texture changes. The riff changes. The way that the song sequences. It makes it all inherently listenable. We went up a step. The 3 and the 4 and the still in a compound 4. So that's flat 7 to 1, wherever we are. What is going on? Black Sabbath? Cool. You are all that loving means. It's a love song.
Take my hand and we'll go riding with the sunshine from above.
Look at that.
We'll find happiness together in the summer skies of love.
What a song this is. This is then an outro. That to me reads like a commentary on the rest of the song. And we get acoustic stuff. Just 1 and 4. Which prolongs our tonic note. It's in both those chords. It's going to fade out. I really enjoyed that one, y'all. While we're going to be between songs, I stopped it there so I can talk about that. Wow. Symptom of the universe. What is the symptom of the universe? As they say in verse 3, take my hand, my child of love. Come step inside my tears. Swim the magic ocean I've been crying all these years. With our love, we'll ride away into eternal skies. A symptom of the universe, a love that never dies. It's almost spiritual. A symptom of the universe. What's the symptom? What's the lingering thing that is there for us all to experience and see? Love itself. How about that? In the outro, woman child of love's creation, come and step inside my dreams. In your eyes I see no sadness, you are all that loving means. Take my hand and we'll go riding through the sunshine from above. We'll find happiness together in the summer skies of love. Really, really cool. Geezer, if that's based on a dream that you had, I want to have some of your dreams, man. That was really, really a cool song. I enjoyed it. And we've got one more before we end this side, y'all. It's called Megalomania, and it's the longest song on the album at almost 10 minutes. So, Megalomania. What's the definition of megalomania? It's an obsession with the exercise of power, especially in the domination of others. You're obsessed with dominating other people. And I wonder if that has any connection to the legal issues that the band was going through at the time of the recording process, especially with the pleas that they have in the chorus here. Why don't you just get out of my life? That's in part 1. And speaking of that, as I read through the lyrics, there is a part 1 and a part 2 to this song. And it looks like this is being presented in the first person, from the perspective of someone who is, I think, a megalomaniac. And in part 1, our maniac seems to be expressing remorse and a desire to change the way that they are living their life. But in part 2, the maniac seems to be embracing these desires that he feels kind of puts him back in control of his own life, like he's regaining his sanity when he is embracing his worst tendencies. So let's hear it, y'all. This is going to be Megalomania. Did I say that right? Megalomania from Black Sabbath. Here we go. Boy, they've been around F sharp quite a bit on side 1. That one for sure is Phrygian. In 4, but it's in anticipation. So this is the chorus. Up a step. Why doesn't everybody just leave me alone? Back to F sharp.
Obsessed with fantasy, possessed with my soul.
It's going back and forth between soul and ray and soul over do. Right, there's the F sharp.
The ghost of violence was something I'd seen.
I sold my soul to be the human obscene. Yeah, see, he's questioning this poison. In an easy move to the floor, right? Don't you just get out of my life. Up to the 5, C sharp. Okay. Part 2. Let me get some piano. And some cowbell. Right. Whole different feel. It's not compound. It's driving. It's a driving forward. We're still in F sharp.
But I feel something's taking me, I don't know where. It's like a trip inside a separate mind.
It's like Jekyll and Hyde.
That tomorrow from my favorite dream is telling me to leave it all behind.
He sounds completely different, right?
Slipping into tomorrow. Got to get to happiness. Want no more of sorrow. How I like.
To the 4.
I'm trying to get away from you now. Am I right? If I fight, that I might just get away from you now. Sting me!
Sting me. So this is the more sinister side of this person's personality. You know, Tony, in a lot of his riffs, they're relatively simple when you break them down, but they just work perfectly as motives for this type of music. So he feels like he's getting back to sanity by embracing the dark side. Bass. You heard that right. He said, suck me. I like the other side of his personality better. But this side rocks pretty good, right? He's digging schizophrenia. Cool. He's free. He embraces the dark side and he feels free. Not constrained by rules or morality or society. There's the Mellotron coming in. Almost reminds me of Led Zeppelin. More than Black Sabbath. Just right up the scale. How are they going to end it? We're getting close to the end. And they'll leave us on the F sharp tone. That entire side was almost based around F sharp. That's really, really something. Y'all saw me lean over. It's really hot out. I turned my fan on. So I was over here sweating. Let's go back here. Let's go back and see. Yeah, so in part 1, I hide myself inside the shadows of shame. The silent symphonies were playing their game. My body echoed to the dreams of my soul. It started something that I could not control. Where can I run to now? The joke's on me. No sympathizing God. It's insanity. And then, why don't you just get out of my life? It's him talking to the other side of his psyche. Get out of my life. Get out of my life. Leave me alone. Yeah, Dr. Henry Jekyll wants Edward Hyde to stay the hell away, right? And then in part 2, verse 3, I feel something's taking me, I don't know where. It's like a trip inside a separate mind. The ghost of tomorrow from my favorite dream is telling me to leave it all behind. Yeah, he's finding, verse 5, I'm really digging schizophrenia. The best of the earth, I'll chase my soul in the fires of hell. Peace of mind eluded me, but now it's all mine. I simply try, but he wants me to fail. The other guy wants me to fail. That asshole. I'm going to do it, right? It's like really schizophrenia. He says I'm digging schizophrenia. So this megalomaniac is also dealing with split personalities. And one is aware of the questionable activities that they've been engaged in, and the other one really doesn't care. And it's like, this is me. This is me. That's amazing, friends. It's a proggy metal album. That I wasn't expecting so much. You know, as I was reading in and hearing about the legal issues and them just having all of these distractions while they were trying to put this together. And when I read that this is going to be heavier and really intense, I was thinking, all right, heavy metal. But it was really proggy. It was really varied. We had some Mellotron in there. We had some piano in there. We had some acoustic guitar in there. Some instrumental sections. Some schizophrenia. A lot of stuff. And I'm thrilled by it. That was a really fun listen to that side of music. And I'm really looking forward to next week when we get to side 2. So when we turn it over, side 2 has these 4 songs. Thrill of It All, Super Tsar. It's an alternate spelling of superstar, right? They spell it Tzar, talking about it like a czar, right? a Russian czar or somebody in charge. The next song, I Am Going Insane, and then in parentheses, radio. I'll read about it. And then the last song is another long one, I think, from what I remember, and it's called The Writ. And we'll see what they come up with. But that'll be next week, y'all, before we get to the rest of it. I love doing these half albums. They seem like a good way to use our time. We're not just hearing one song, we're hearing how a collection of songs from a band sound and how they sound together and how they work off of each other. And, you know, in this instance, I decided to go with the full, you know, like album side with no cuts, even though I did stop it, because I read about the quick changes, especially from Hole in the Sky into Don't Start. And boy, was it a dramatic shift when we heard that, right? It was like one song just got cut off and the other song started. I wonder if that is an homage to, oh yeah, you're trying to tell us what to do? Well, we'll just stop this one right here and go to the next one. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. But for those of you that have been fans of this particular album, maybe even since it came out in 1975, let me know how I did. Do you have a favorite song on this side? I think, Symptom of the Universe was really good, but Megalomania was really fun as well. It might be Symptom of the Universe that I really, I think, am going to like the most so far. But I like the entire side, friends. And like I said, I can't wait to get to side 2, but I will. We're going to do it next Monday, and I invite you to come back then and hear the rest of this great classic album with me. So with that, my friends, I think I'm going to call it a Monday, and what a metal Monday this has turned out to be. I think we're all ready to face the week ahead, my friends. I thank you very much for hanging out with me today. We've been listening to the first side of Sabotage by Black Sabbath. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.